Greetings, my beloved friends. We are going to talk about something that we eagerly searched for, perhaps for years, and some of us even for decades. We continue to receive questions and requests for assistance from our family of light, from all over the world. Many of us yearn for spiritual and emotional freedom. Inner freedom became one of the hottest topics of our discussions. Some of us found themselves in binding partnerships and relationships that steal our resources and fullness of self-expression. And most importantly, it's possible to be slaves of our own selves, our own limitations, self-imposed or accepted from external sources of influences, from society, mass media, from wherever. Limiting beliefs, limiting attitudes, and slavery to our own limited minds and hearts. In many traditional religions and even esoteric teachings, people are encouraged to follow their hearts instead of their minds. But according to Almin, heart can be a poor alternative because it can be attached to people, places, attached to things. Very often, following our hearts means our attempts to get emotional fulfillment by using other people as a source of our emotional support. It means that heart is attached to those particular people. Some of us need to travel to a special place to feel supported and satisfied. Some of us admit that they are addicted to shopping and things. There should be something else besides ourselves, outside of ourselves, that we need for self-fulfillment. And if we can't access it, we feel deprived. We feel lacking. We feel dissatisfied. And some of us say that their hearts desire to spend time with certain people, or to travel to certain places, or to buy certain things. Not something really necessary, but just for emotional comfort. People, places, and things are not problems by themselves. But when we find that we depend on people, places, and things, then it's a problem. Because it's limitation. All problems come from limitations. And that's why we say limitation is a problem. If we're limited by our heart attachments or emotional dependence, if we're limited by anything, but today our primary focus is our heart attachments and emotional dependence on others. And if we are limited by that, then we're limited in our access to our unlimited potential, spiritual power, information, creativity, abundance. Whenever anyone detects lack of resources, lack of energy, lack of finances, lacks and shortages in certain areas of life, then, first of all, we look deep into our lives and see if we are still limited by someone else's moods, beliefs, emotional attachment to whatever, other people's expectations, other people's feelings, other people's opinions, and it feels like inner pain. That's why some people call themselves brokenhearted or traumatized by others, because their inner life is still affected and influenced by someone or something else. And to experience true freedom, life of no limits, we need to make sure that we completely transcend it, the area of heart-mind. Almin revealed to us that there's a reality of true boundlessness, true freedom, a reality where we can experience life of no limitations at all. It is the reality of the high heart, Almin revealed to us that we have the center, which is located in our body behind our thymus, which is the center of our high heart. It's higher than our heart center or chest center, which traditionally is the center of the chest. So many mystical teachings of the past pointed at the chest center as if it should be a source of our life. But the truth is that it's the center of our bondages and attachments. Our true life center is the center of our high heart, life beyond all bondages and limitations. And this is the reason why we were in search of spiritual truth. We didn't want just new interesting ideas to tickle our intellect. What we really wanted was freedom to fully be what we truly are, to express our full capacity, boundless creativity, abundance, life of no limitation, healing power, life beyond limitations. We want to be free. Almin calls the high heart a portal to life of boundlessness. Boundless energy, boundless resources, boundless wisdom, infinity, truly the infinite in its expression, the infinite life, a portal to the infinite living, what we truly are. But not all of us experience it on a practical level. And it is not normal when some of us experience lack of energy. It is not normal. It's not normal when some of us experience lack of financial resources. It's not normal. All of those lacks point at something that may still limit us spiritually, mentally, emotionally. It's really not necessary for us to try to identify case by case what's limiting us, because it might be already tens of thousands of things or millions of those things, those kinds of factors that might limit us. And some people even try to search through thousands of their past lifetimes. Instead of enjoying living their lives today, they live in past life regressions or in psychologists' offices 99.9% of their lives, trying to remember millions of tiny bits and details of their past to find the root causes of their distress, depression, inability to have a self-fulfilled and successful life, inability to build healthy relationships, and the like. We don't have to torment ourselves like that. And thanks to our beloved Sir Almin, we have access to the most advanced information and tools that can bring solution for a few seconds instead of several decades of all different kinds of practices such as past life regressions and things like that. Our practical intensives are dedicated to creating a special circumstances during a live event that provides us with experiencing the truth on a practical level. Already a long time ago, we all realized that just reading a book or knowing something within our heads is not helpful at all. Truth must be experienced. Why do we call them intensives? Because our objective is to provide special circumstances during those intensives where you can achieve for 2 hours what others barely achieve maybe by the end of their lives, if they really worked really hard on themselves for 30, 40, 50 plus years, or even more. And it's because special secret mystical keys and inner technologies that are now available for those who are ready to receive them, for sincere, dedicated seekers of truth. that appreciate their path of mastery and spiritual truth higher than anything else, and who make it their top priority, because they know that all other best things of life will be naturally and effortlessly manifested to those who know where true treasures and priorities are. This is a quality of those who own it all in life. And they're those who own their own selves instead of being owned by someone or something else. Mind and heart, for the sake of convenience, we can call it lower heart, a traditional chest center. If they are detached from our true selves, which is actually our high hearts, our true selves and our high hearts are synonyms. And if our minds and our lower hearts are detached from our true selves, from our high hearts, then they create illusion, separation, false reality, where as if we exist separately from our environment. And in order to try to experience some sort of context with it, in it, we try to emotionally connect as if we had to make enormous efforts to make connections to what was mistakenly experienced as a separate reality. It's also a reason why not a few of us say that they think they have imbalance between their masculine and feminine. Because this is only possible in illusion of separation. In the reality of oneness, imbalance is not possible. Still believing that our environment is separate from us is the reason why people want to make enormous efforts for the sake of recognition and acceptance by others. And once they get it, they're afraid to lose it and exert enormous energy to keep it. And if they have to use their personal energy resources for it, they lose it. And if they lose it, they become vulnerable to all kinds of diseases and unfavorable circumstances, because they find themselves in a weakened state and become a prey for all kinds of abusers and energy vampires, all kinds of shadow beings that dwell in the dream of separation. And the weaker they become, the more needy they become. And when they are needy, they are repulsive to those whom they want to attract and to keep. And the more effort they exert to attract and keep them, the more repulsive they become, because life tends to reject the weak and the needy and support the strong and self-sufficient ones. That's why those who are still dependent on their attachment live in constant struggle for identity and recognition. And the more they struggle, the more repulsive they become for life. And vice versa is also true. The less we care about life and people supporting us, the more support and cooperation we receive. And this is step number one in transcending bondages of heart and mind, to accept the truth of your self-sufficiency and your environment as an extension of your self-sufficient self. Almin also calls the high heart the center for true divine love. And what is true divine love? Some of us say that they feel like they lack expression of true divine love. What is it really? A true divine love has absolutely nothing in common with emotional need of someone else to complete self-fulfillment. True divine love, and now there's going to be definition of true divine love. A true divine love is boundless flow of creative self-expression. Again, what is true divine love? A true divine love is boundless flow of creative self-expression. There are no blockages and obstacles in its way. We become this flow the moment we make a firm decision that we will live and do things we should do, no matter who and no matter what. Conscious decision to become emotionally and mentally free and independent immediately shifts your reality and attracts all kinds of miracles literally every second of your life. To make this shift and to get established in this new reality of the high heart consciousness, we are cordially invited to experience this during our upcoming practical intensive in just a few days on Sunday, 21st of April. It would be great if all of us meet live online. It will be a live interactive event. Or if you can't join live, you can join in timelessness using a recording, which will be available for all participants within 24 to 48 hours after the event. Transcending bondages of heart and mind brings you to a new way of living. High heart living, high heart reality. You will be gently supported in your in-depth self-work. You will learn and implement practical keys that will fully activate the power of your high heart. The portal through which your true self, your true divine I am, fully comes out and expresses itself from far beyond limitations of thoughts and emotions. See you there. Talk to you soon.